Today, we're digging into a feeling that's just so common, that feeling of being totally stuck in your career. We're going to break down why it happens and, more importantly, how you can go from feeling trapped to feeling, well, in charge of your own destiny. Let's jump right in. Ever feel like this? You've put in the time, you've played by the rules, you've been loyal. And for what? To feel overlooked, underappreciated, or just stuck? If you're sitting there nodding your head right now, trust me, you are so not alone. This is a real thing, and just knowing that is the first step to breaking free. All right, so here's our game plan. We'll kick things off by defining what this career trap even is. Then we'll look at the 5 ways it usually rears its ugly head. After that, we'll get into why the old career rules just don't work anymore, what the new logic for success looks like, and we'll wrap up with a really powerful action plan called the Phoenix Principle. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the career trap itself. We have to start here because, let's be real, you can't escape a trap if you don't even know you're in it. So let's shine a light on this thing. So what is this career trap? Well, it's that crazy backwards moment where your best qualities, the things that made you a star, suddenly start working against you. The very loyalty that earned you praise now makes you seem stuck in your ways. The reliability that made you the go-to person now just makes you part of the furniture. It's a super confusing, frustrating place to be. You did everything you were supposed to do, right? You put in the long hours, you were committed, but somehow that ladder you were climbing is starting to feel a lot more like a slippery slide. And here's what's so important to get. This isn't your fault. It's not a personal failure. It's a massive shift in how the world of work operates, and it's caught a lot of us completely by surprise. So how does this trap actually show up day to day? Well, the source material breaks it down into 5 key areas, or faces of frustration. You know what they say, you gotta name it to tame it, so let's walk through them. These are the big 5. Maybe for you, it's all about navigating office politics and leadership drama, or maybe it's that gnawing feeling of being invisible and just stagnating. It could be massive company changes, total burnout, or even just hitting a wall in the job market. A lot of the time, it's a nasty cocktail of a few of these all at once. Let's zoom in on one that I think a lot of us will recognize because it's one of the most maddening of all. Let's talk about the invisibility trap. So check this out. It's a real-world story. There's this guy, let's call him Thomas. He's the company's firefighter. A system goes down at 2 a.m. Thomas is the one who gets the call, logs in, and saves the day, every single time. But when a big leadership role in his department opens up, he gets passed over. The feedback he got? Oh, Thomas is a fantastic technician, but we need a leader with more visibility. All his heroic work was done quietly behind the scenes, so when it came time for a promotion, he was basically invisible. And that right there is the perfect example of the reliability trap. Your excellence just becomes the new normal. It's expected. It's kind of like the Wi-Fi in your house. You only notice it when it's broken, right? No one ever says, wow, the Wi-Fi is working great today. Your quiet competence becomes your curse because it's never celebrated, just taken for granted. So the big question is, why? Why is this happening to good, reliable people like Thomas? Well, it's because the fundamental rules for building a career have totally changed, but nobody sent out the memo with the new rulebook. We're all out here playing a brand new game with the old instructions. Think about this. Not that long ago, spending 20 years at one company was a badge of honor. It screamed loyalty. But today, it can be seen as a red flag, like you don't have enough diverse experience. The new currency is flexibility, showing you can adapt to new environments.
Or how about this one? The old goal was perfection. Good things take time. We were taught to polish and perfect our work. But now, the mantra echoing from every startup is done is better than perfect. The market rewards speed and iteration, not slow, flawless execution.
And this might be the biggest shift of all. The old advice was to adapt. Be a great team player, fit into the company culture. But in today's world, if you just fit in, you're replaceable. The new strategy is to differentiate. You have to stand out to succeed. Okay, so if the old rulebook is officially useless, what do we replace it with? This brings us to what's called the new career logic. And it basically means we have to take some of the most common career advice we've ever heard and flip it completely upside down. For years, we've all been told, find your weaknesses and work on them. But think about what that actually does. It just makes you okay at a lot of things. It turns you into a mediocre generalist. The new logic says, forget that. The real path to success isn't about fixing what you're bad at. It's about finding what you are uniquely, brilliantly good at and doubling down on it until you are absolutely outstanding. So what this all comes down to is this. You have to become the architect of your own career. You can't just react to job postings anymore. You've got to be proactive and create the role you want. Stop trying to adapt and fit in. Position your authentic self so that your real strengths are the ones in demand. Because your biggest opportunity for growth isn't in your weaknesses. It's hiding in plain sight, inside your greatest strengths. So you're probably thinking, okay, I get the theory, but how on earth do I actually do this? That's where this powerful framework comes in. And it's called the Phoenix Principle. It's such a great metaphor, right? It's all about rising from the ashes of your old career beliefs. The principle breaks this whole rebirth down into 4 clear steps. Step 1, accept the ashes. You have to really, truly admit that the old game is over. Step 2, find the embers. This is where you dig through your past and find the glowing core of what makes you valuable, your biggest wins, your unique skills. Step 3, grow your wings. You take those core strengths and you build on them, you amplify them. And finally, step 4, take flight. This is where you relaunch yourself into the market, not as just another person looking for a job, but as a unique solution to a specific problem. And here's the most liberating part of this whole idea. This is not about throwing away everything you've learned and starting from scratch. You don't need a total personality transplant. This is all about a change in perspective. It's about taking the value you already have and just repositioning it, reframing it so that the world can finally see it clearly. So in the end, what's the goal of all this? It's the absolute game-changing difference between being one of 200 people applying for a job and being the one person who is sought after for their unique ability to solve a problem. It's how you move from just hoping you get picked to being the one who gets to choose. And that, right there, changes everything.